Welcome to another edition of Sports with Royalty. I'm your host, Cornelius. Welcome to another exciting episode. Reviewing last night's National Championship semifinals, NFL playoff preview for the day. Also giving y'all my NFL picks for the entire weekend. So I'm interested in that. Let's see how much I can my picks are, whether I'm worthy or not. Because everybody ain't worthy to try to talk sports. But I'm just, I'm not. I've always considered myself pretty good at sports talk or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I am the future of sports talk. The future of sports talk. So, with that being said, I'm gonna give y'all my picks and everything. So, starting with Indiana, Oregon, man. Indiana's probably been the most fundamentally sound team I've seen in college football the entire year. They rarely make mistakes, and it's good football watching Indiana play. And Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, they have really come this year. Surprised me. I don't know about anybody else, but for years Indiana's been coming along, but to finally get their breakthrough and seeing the SEC not being as dominant because the conferences have merged. I love seeing Oklahoma against Alabama, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Me being a long time SEC, from the South, from Arkansas, so I'm always used to SEC dominating and big, but I think it was great to see these teams playing. For Indiana to soundly beat Alabama and then come in and do what they did to Oregon says a lot also. So this program has really been on the rise for years, and this year is just was bound to happen. So Heisman winning quarterback, and you guys are winning convincingly. They are a juggernaut on offense, and they have some playmakers on defense as well. So kudos to the Indiana Hoosiers for making a national championship game by beating Oregon 56-22. They got a garbage touchdown. It really was just a beat down, but they'll face Miami now, and that's going to be an interesting matchup. And I and you know it's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna give my pick on that later, on the national championship at a later date. But Indiana and Miami is gonna be very, very interesting. Miami playing in their home backyard, interesting. So that's gonna be a great college football game. College football this year has been pretty good. It's been gave me that childhood spark again. These with these playoffs has been great. It's still screwed Notre Dame, but anyway, um, so it's been great. So hopefully next year the Razorbacks can get it together and make a run. I hope. But uh, with that being said, congratulations to Miami and Indiana. Gonna be a great national championship game. I'm gonna have my pick on that later, few weeks. But I want to get to the NFL and give y'all my picks. I'm gonna throw y'all off a little bit. Of course, I had Baltimore, like I said, Baltimore and Detroit in the Super Bowl. As you can see, neither Super Bowl pick made the playoffs. So that right there, bow, gives me a shot right there. Hey, you're wrong, dead wrong. So, so going into the NFL playoffs, we're gonna talk about the Rams and Panthers first. My prediction on that. The Panthers had beat the Rams in the regular season, but the Rams have played well all year. Matthew Stafford, of course, been great throwing the football. They kind of slumped a little bit down the stretch. They struggled a little bit, but the Rams has been consistent most of the year. The NFC West has been unbelievable. The Niners, Saints, and Seahawks. One of them was bound to get home field. So the Seahawks did it by beating the Niners 13-3 last week. So great season for the Rams, Seahawks and Niners. But I got the Rams winning this 35-21. I think that they're in the top 10 in offense and defense, the Rams. So I feel like that'll be a little bit too much for the Panthers. I think the Rams will make enough plays defensively. I think that Matthew Stafford will be able to pick these guys apart, and ultimately, the Rams will pull it away for the victory. So this game is played in Carolina with Carolina being a division winner, but I still think that the Rams will prevail in this game. So I got the Rams 35-21 in that one. Then the second game today, we got the Bears and Packers. Here's where I drift a little bit. Because the Bears, like I said before, that offensive line makes it hard for me to believe that a Green Bay Packers team, excuse me, that has lost their last 4 games going into the postseason is supposed to go to Chicago and beat this team. But that's what I think is going to happen. I think that even they don't even have Micah Parsons. But this is a rivalry game. This is Green Bay and Chicago. This is going to be a close football game. I think the Bears' offensive line will probably be the reason why I would be wrong, because they'll wear their Packers defense down. Caleb Williams will have so much time to throw the football. The Bears' offensive line is unbelievable, but I'm picking the upset. I'm picking the Packers to go in there and beat them 31-30. I just feel like Jordan Love, when it comes to playing the Bears, it's just the Bears and Packers, y'all. It's just this is the rivalry. You have to understand that when it comes to rivalries, that particular game, it don't matter who's the better record at that time, who has the momentum. The Bears might be a better football team. But at any given time in a rivalry football game, the matchups, the way they get up for these games, it comes into play. I could be wrong. We're going to find out after this weekend, my picks, everything. I'm going to admit it. But I got the Packers upsetting the Bears 31-30 in a nice, entertaining shootout of a game. I really do. Inclement weather, we're gonna see. I'm interested to see that game. But I got the Packers winning that game also. And I'm going to go to the Chargers and Patriots. That's going to be very interesting. Drake made a hell of a season. Chargers coming in. This is one of those games that you never know can go either way. The toss up. I'm going to give the Patriots the edge, and I'm going to give I got the Patriots beating the Chargers 28-27 in a close game. And Drake May pulling it out at the last minute, getting those guys a victory. I truly believe that the Patriots will get by the Chargers. They'll go on to the next round. Exciting. My favorite time of the year is NFL postseason. There's nothing like it. So I'm tuned in, especially now that me having the ability to get my opinion out there, my voice out there. With just as you can see, I'm just getting started. I don't have no setup or none of that. I start from the bottom and then I'm gonna go. Things gonna look better. Everything gonna get much better. It's a process, but one thing's for sure: the knowledge that I have of sports won't go nowhere. But I can't be wrong. We'll see. But I got the Patriots beating the Chargers 28-27. Now we got Bills and Jaguars. The Bills and Jaguars. This is interesting. Jacksonville Jaguars have been on a roll. Bills can't really stop the run. That's devastating. And this is the playoffs. And the Jaguars have been scorching hot. Everything is in the Jaguars. There's no way that you could pick the Bills to go in there and win this game. But I'm picking them to do it. I have Buffalo beating the Jaguars 23-20. Uh, I just think that Josh Allen is up and down. It's almost as if people will give him slightly elite status, but they'll pull it back. People can't can't get it together whether they want him, whether they think he's an elite quarterback or he's just a talented quarterback. But I think Josh Allen was right there with Mahomes, uh, and everybody when they was comparing, and I think he's been a damn good quarterback, and I think this is one of those games where Josh Allen will show himself, because I'm pretty sure not many people are thinking that the Bills can pull this off. The Jaguars have been impressive defensively and everything, but I think this is one of those games. Trevor Lawrence has been tremendous. I think this is one of those games where Josh Allen shows you how great of a player he truly is. I think he goes in a hostile environment, and the Bills pull it off, 23-20. And it's going to be interesting to see. But like I said, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen were those three guys. So that everybody started to say those three, but Josh Allen always gets, kind of, but like I said, I got him and the Bills going in there pulling out the victory. Now, we got the 49ers and Eagles. Interesting. I said a couple weeks ago that I think that people are forgetting, not talking about the Eagles. They are the defending champs. And now, just so happened, the Niners and Eagles face off in the first round. Everything says that the Eagles have the defense, they have the players and the talent to win this game. Of course, the 49ers, the defense, the bend but don't break. The bend but don't break. Find a way. That's you have to get some pass rush. That's not gonna cut it. Just sign a linebacker from Arizona. It's that defense has to show up and play. Both defenses, I think, will show up. I don't think this game gets high scoring. I think it's a defensive slugfest, and I think that both teams defensively will show up. And I think the Eagles are favored to win. If the Niners with the injury issues, the hope that they've given 49er fans, maybe Fred Warner can come back if they can get to the NFC Championship game. But not having a pass rush is crucial in playoff. Could this be the weekend that they finally everything catches up and they go down at the hands of the Eagles in the first round after having an opportunity to have home field advantage throughout the postseason in your own backyard, which is where the Super Bowl is? Not having Trent Williams is more devastating than what people think. I don't care who you are as a quarterback. If you can't be protected, you're going to look like an average quarterback. And Trent Williams giving Brock Purdy more time to throw the football will be huge. Parcells has to play and has to contribute. Kittle has to be healthy and play. Everybody that they have available needs to play. I think that this game will be a slugfest, and I'm going to pick the Niners to win 16-13. And McCaffrey running the football. I think you give him over 20 carries. Stick with it, regardless. Stick with that running game. You have to neutralize Jalen Hurts. Make him stay in the pocket and throw the football. Don't let him get out on the edges. Neutralize Saquon, if possible. I'm just saying that's going to be a great game, and I got the Niners 16-13. Steelers and Texans Monday night. This Texans defense, this is going to be interesting. The Texans defense has been impressive. I've watched several games. Very impressed. And I just think this is going to be a great matchup. I think I've got Pittsburgh winning 28-24 in a close one at home, because I still think that Aaron Rodgers can still be Aaron Rodgers. And I think people are forgetting it. Steelers have had a season where they could have been more dominant than they were. If you look at their roster with J.J. Watt, just getting back. The incident a couple weeks ago with Metcalf. If Metcalf gets back into the fold, Watt gets 100% healthy. You got Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. This Steelers team is dangerous. And I don't think people are realizing that they have the potential to make a run. It's right there for them. So I think that in the end, Mike Tomlin matters. Aaron Rodgers matters. DK Metcalf matters. J.J. Watt matters. These guys matter. These are names. These are names we know of stature that people are just overlooking and acting like it's just it's not going. This is the Pittsburgh Steelers with Aaron Rodgers as their quarterback now, with Mike Tomlin as their coach. We just can't look past this. So I'm going to pick the Steelers to get past the Texans in this first round. Hard fought game, but I got the Terrible Towels winning 28-24. So those are my picks, the playoff picks for this week. The Rams and Panthers should be starting shortly. I'm looking forward to and excited to watching these games, y'all, and coming back. Let's see how I do with my picks. I wonder what y'all's is. Give me your opinion in the comment section. But I appreciate all y'all for watching again. Sports with Royalty, starring your boy Cornelius. I'm out. Till next time.